Some of you may be aware of how difficult it is to find decent free camping near Sedona, Arizona. The Coconino National Forest has pretty much banned a lot of the dispersed camping, free dispersed camping in the Sedona area. But there are alternatives. I don't particularly care much for the designated dispersed camping areas that they've set up, the National Forest has set up in the area of Forest Road 525. But I did find a almost free camping area that isn't far from the main highway leading from Cottonwood, Arizona to Sedona. Right now I'm located between Cottonwood, Arizona and Sedona, Arizona. This is an easy drive to Sedona, folks. This is on Arizona State Trust land. I'm going to give you a walking tour of what you'll find here. And again, you're not far. If I just pan over here a little bit, you're not far from from a major highway. Let me show you around. We share the best camping locations in the USA.
Hi guys, we hope you enjoy the video.
Check out our RV and camping related gear at our Amazon storefront. Link in video description. So Cottonwood, Arizona is just over here, folks. This is a church right off of a 4-lane highway. And so you just come up this little road right here, and you're gonna cross a cattle guard. And as soon as you cross the cattle guard, you're gonna run into a series of almost free camping areas on Arizona State Trust land. You do need a permit, and that permit is easy enough to get. It doesn't cost much. You can camp up to 14 days per calendar year with one of those Arizona State Trust land passes. In addition to camping, you can also hike the properties and just enjoy the natural scenery. This is the first of the camping areas. You can see there's some campers down in here. I'm going to take a walk around and just give you an orientation. I count at least 3 different spurs that you can camp off of. So let me show you around. So as you can see, it sprawls out after you get down in here. I'm parked in the second camping spur, but you can see that you have all kinds of different camping configurations in here. But this is fifth wheel accessible. I found a couple of spots for my fifth wheel. And Sedona is just like, I would say, less than 20 minutes up the road. Sedona proper. But you have, this is open enough where you can get a big rig back in here and find yourself a spot. Let's just walk around in here. I'm going to give you an orientation toward the end of the video on how to get in here, and I'll give you some more information on how to obtain that Arizona State Trust land pass, the permit that will allow you to camp on Arizona State Trust lands. And there are many different Arizona State Trust slices of land all over the state, and some are, like this one, are in a prime location. This lady that was camping here, you got a little grade on this, so this isn't the best site. I wouldn't choose this one for my fifth wheel, but this is an example. There's all kinds of people that follow our YouTube channel that have different kinds of camping configurations. And if you have a van or a truck camper, that may very well work for you. But for a fifth wheel, there are better sites. And my truck is parked in one of them. So let me take you up there. In fact, before I go back to my truck, I just noticed this. This may work for my fifth wheel over in this first plot of Arizona State Trust land. Oh yeah. Yeah, this would work right here. Right in the center of your screen. And then you have an easy out right there. Yee buddy. Yeah, this one would work, and I could get my rig level here. And you have some scenery. But the main feature is there, you got a highway right there, major highway. You're just off that major highway, but yet you can't hear the highway at this location right here. So right now I'm going to take you over to where my truck is, and there's another good campsite over there. So this road is not bad to this point. You just take it slow and you can get a big rig in here just fine. This is the second pull in for this portion of Arizona State Trust land. And right where my truck is parked, that is an excellent campsite. Right there. Pull my fifth wheel in to where my door is facing this direction. Sedona's up this way, by the way. And you're still in the Cottonwood area. You're closer to Cottonwood right here. And so you don't have all that red dirt that if it rains, it's going to be a bear. So you're still not in the Red Rock area. Once you hit like on the 525 Forest Road, that's really red dirt, and when it rains, it gets really mucky. That's not a bad view going up there. And this is after you buy your permit. You can camp, like I say, 14 days a year with that Arizona State Trust land permit, which will get you in to camping opportunities like this when other opportunities may not be as prevalent. I'm going to take a walk back in there and see if we have any other choice big rig friendly campsites. So I think I'm going to walk. There's several different directions I can go, but I think I'm going to go just around the perimeter, take me down in there, and then there's yet a third pull in. You can even pull in here and get your rig level. This half moon right here. Yeah. Not bad. I'm going to walk down in there where you nice looking camper in the center of your screen. So that's where that Class C is. Let's continue to walk back in here. We're going to go check out that third pull off here on Arizona State Trust land, which is right over there. You can see the top of some of the RVs over there. And that's where we're going to be heading right now. So yeah, that's one sweet campsite where my truck is. But we're going to go up to that third pull off. Yeah, that's one sweet campsite that where my truck's parked. Never say never, folks. My YouTube channel is all about free and affordable RV camping. And Melody and I have a lot of tools in our RV camping toolbox, but things are rapidly changing out there. Free and affordable camping opportunities are contracting all over the USA. So out here in Arizona, this is one of those tools in your RV camping toolbox that you may want to pull out and use. Let's say you want to see the Sedona area. And let's say you did drive up there to the 525, Forest Road 525 area, and those are community campsites. The people are really jammed in there. It's a lot more compact than what you see here. And a lot of those sites are further away from your 4-lane highway than this particular camping opportunity. So that's why I'm highlighting this for you. You go up there to the 525 at one of the, it's either 7 or 8 different designated dispersed camping locations, which is basically a pod of a clear space where I've seen as many as 8 campers in one tiny space. Not my idea, dispersed camping, but if you what's nice about this is you don't need a reservation. You just drive in here and you find yourself a spot. And oh yeah. Oh, there's some good spots up there. Let me show you. All right, well, it looks like we actually have 4 pull-offs, maybe more. This is the one I saw after I parked my truck. And matter of fact, there are multiple spots in here. This would even work, just half moon right here. As soon as you pull in. Face your door that way. This pull makes a pull around here. You can pull all the way around if you want, but it's flatter right here in the front. Yeah, I'd pull my camper down in here. Whew. Here's another spot right here. There's a spot there, but this one, let's go check this one out. Yeah, you're down here in a corner pocket. Looks like somebody left some firewood there. Arizona State Trust land. Don't write it off, folks. It's another resource in your RV camping toolbox. Yeah, that one would work. You're in the bottom here, you can get your rig level. I could pull my fifth wheel right in there. And when I'm done camping, right back out I go and on the 4-lane. You want to see Sedona, you want to go to Red Rock State Park. Both not far from here, folks. Lots to see and do. Resupply down in Cottonwood. You got a Walmart, all kinds of big box stores, CVS pharmacy. You have a Fry's grocery store, all not far away. Not far away at all. And I'll show you on the map overview I'm going to do at the end of this video. Let me take a walk around, see if I find any other good big rig friendly campsites in this this portion of the Arizona State Trust land. If I do, I'll point them out. I've walked up the road a little bit. There's all kinds of places for smaller camping configurations. You can see Um, there are some other big campers in here. There's another pull off right off to my right here. Somebody's travel trailer right there. Here's a campsite right here that's vacant today. Can pull right up in there. Or right up in here. Right up in here. Yeah, there's another. I'd camp there. Sure would. Now, for those that follow our channel, you know Melody and I are members of Thousand Trails, Verde Valley. Thousand Trails Verde Valley RV Resort's not far from here. So, um, but it's nice to have places like this in your hip pocket, folks. And just because you camp a certain way right now doesn't mean you're always going to camp that way. You can change rigs. You can drop a camping membership, and that's why I keep all these camping resources on my personal camping map. Melody and I have Starlink, so we still like to have cell service. We still have several different carriers as a backup, but Starlink works pretty good out here out west because of the lack of tree cover. In fact, on our 2025 RV adventure, we have had Starlink connectivity at every single campsite on this trip. So going out through Texas and New Mexico and now Arizona, Starlink has worked wonderfully. Right now, I'm going to take you and give you a map overview. I'm going to tell you some important things about the Arizona State Trust Land Pass, and I'm going to show you how to get to these camping areas that I just showed you in this video. Okay, folks, this is going to be a real quick orientation of how to get the Arizona State Trust Land Permit. This is the landing page you're looking at right here. I'll have a link to this in the written video description on YouTube. You just come here to applications and permits. You click on that, you scroll down, and you're going to see individual recreational permit, family permit. I always get the family permit, covers Melody. $20. A family permit is $20 and grants a family unit, 2 adults and children access to state trust land for recreational activities, including camping, bicycling, bird watching, GPS recreational activities, geocaching, hiking, horseback riding, off-road vehicle usage. The list goes on. Photography. You can camp up to 14 consecutive days, 14 total days per year. There's no tracking system. It's on the honor system. But this is where you go, and you after you read all this, you can come down here to agree and pay, and then they're going to email you your approved permit after you pay them. So that's how easy it is. Now I'm going to pop over here to Google Maps. So for this portion of the video, I'm using Google Maps. This is Sedona. This is Cottonwood. You see this 89A? It's a 4-lane highway. That camping area I showed you in this video is located just outside of Cottonwood, Arizona. You see this Immaculate Conception Catholic Church. That's the church I showed you in the video. Zoom in here a little bit more. This is this Bill Gray Road. That is a Forest Service road. And about right in here, you see these RVs? This is where the cow guard is, the cow grate. This is where you entered that first camping area. This is one of those campsites I showed you. My truck, I believe, is parked right here. And there are, I saw a total of 4 access roads, 3 on the right, 1 on the left to get you to this free camping. But well, not free camping, but cheap Arizona RV camping.
I'm going to leave you with some photos on the way out. I hope you got something out of the video, folks. That's why I make them.